Dear net and set aspirants, my dear brothers, sisters, my dear friends, namaskar to one and all. I am Mr. Danayya sir from Akkalkot district Sholapur, Maharashtra. Dear friends, now I am going to make videos on paper number 1. Paper number 1 plays very important role for getting success in net and set exam. Friends, please remember, passing these net and set exam needs only exam point of preparation. When you are planning on this exam, please understand the basic concept. I heartily request you, listen my videos very minutely, listen each and every word and write down in your notebook, read it, reread it, make it revision. Each video will bring you 2 or 4 marks. Each video, small video I am going to make you. Listen it and get 2 marks compulsory. I am focusing only the basic concept. Don't think the entire aspect. Okay, net set is like a big mountain. What we can say, huge mountain, tall mountain. It is a huge hill. It is a vast and thick forest. Okay, you need a proper way to cross this forest. You need a proper way to climb this big mountain. Okay, just please follow my way. Unit number 1, teaching aptitude. Okay, teaching aptitude. The first I am going to tell you according to syllabus. Okay, please write down the syllabus. I am focusing on each point which is mentioned in the syllabus. The first point mentioned in the syllabus is teaching and its concept. Okay, every time they are going to ask 1 or 2 questions on concept. Please remember, understand what is mean by teaching aptitude. Teaching means what and aptitude means what. Okay, teaching means to teach knowledge, to teach something, to teach skills, to teach ideas, to teach moral things, to teach scientific ideas. Teaching means explain the knowledge. Teaching means analyze the knowledge. Teaching means to interpret the knowledge. Teaching means to explain the knowledge. Teaching means to give the good ideas. Teaching means to encourage. Teaching means to motivate the student. Teaching means to show the way to get the success. Teaching means to tell the good things to the students. Teaching means to develop the all-round development of the student. Teaching means to build the character in the student's body. Teaching means to develop the student's confidence level. Teaching means to support the students to lead his life. Teaching means to bring the best from the students. Teaching means give the powerful ideas that should help the student's body, that should help the student's mind, that should help the student's heart, that should help the student's social life, that should help the student's economic life, that should help the student's political life, that should help the student's domestic life, all round development of the student. These are the meaning of teaching. To teach the skills, to develop the skills, to remove the bad habits from the students is also called a teaching. To support the students to learn the concept himself. Every time, every time we should tell the students or support the students or facilitate the students or to encourage the students to go for good thing, because bad habits are unknowingly students are learning. So we should stop the bad habits from the students life. Okay, and to give the happiness, to help the students to acquire the happiness in his life is called teaching. I told you the general meaning of the teaching. Please remember it. Then what is mean by aptitude? This is a question asked in the net exam. What is mean by aptitude? Aptitude means ability. Ability means capability. Capability means skills. Aptitude means ability. Aptitude means skills. There are two types of ability, there are two types of skills. One is inborn skill, inborn ability. Means when the student born, at the time he got that ability in his body, that is called inborn ability. There are some children, there are some people, without going to school, still they are getting that idea for, that is called inborn ability. Please remember, there is one example, a good example is Ranu Mandala. That Muduki, that old woman, she sang a beautiful song. She never went any school, any Sangita school to learn the music, but she started singing a beautiful song, melodious song. Inborn ability. Okay, another meaning of aptitude means acquired ability. Acquire means we should learn that skill, then we should acquire it, then we should get it. Small children are going for swimming class, they learn the swimming, later on they get the skills. It is called acquired skills. Even some students, they go to music class, they learn the tabla, then they get it idea, they get the idea how to play the tabla. Acquired means you learn it, you learn and you get that knowledge, that is acquired knowledge. And another one is inborn ability. Okay, here what is the meaning of teaching aptitude? Teaching aptitude means an ability to teach the student, a knowledge to teach the students, a skills to teach the student, a powerful potential to teach the students is called as teaching aptitude. There are some born teacher, they teach in a very excellent way, we never forget their teaching. Okay, but when we do our B.Ed or a D.Ed course, we learn how to teach the content to the students. Okay, friends, there are two types of questions. One is they are going to ask a question on what is mean by teaching. Teaching means what? Very simple questions they are going to ask you. Again, another questions, what is mean by aptitude? Aptitude means inborn ability or acquired ability. Please remember it. Okay, next, what I said, during teaching process, we teach the knowledge. Teaching is going to help the students to get the knowledge. Then what is knowledge? Knowledge means, suppose how to use the mobile, it is a knowledge. How to use our English knowledge when we are communicating others. How to make a cook, when you are going to make a chapati or bhakri or any kind of food, you need a knowledge of how to prepare that food. Here, education, I am using the term education. There is a one question, what is mean by education? A simple questions they asked. Questions are not difficult, please remember. Net exam is very easy if you understand the basic concept. Education means what? Education means knowledge. Education means skills. Education means moral. Education means ethics. Education means good things. Education means what I can say, positive aspect. Here, education, this word comes from Latin language. Again, there was a question. From which language education, this term comes? From Latin language. Education, this word comes from Latin language, educare word. Educare. 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 Again, there was a question in Himachal set exam. What is mean by educare? Educare means to bring up, to develop, to bring up. Suppose when there is small plant, when we put the water, we take care about that plant, then automatically it is growing. In this way, we should develop the small child from young. We should uh, we should take care of the child. We should support the child. We should give good food. We should give good thoughts. We should be a good model in front of that child. To take care of the child is known as educate. Educate means to bring up. Please remember, this is a question. Okay, so once again I am going to tell you the importance of teaching aptitude, the concept I am here narrating. There are different great educationists, edu- educational thinkers. They had given the proper definition of teaching. They had given a proper definition of meaning of education. Please remember, teaching and education both are very close to each other. Education and teaching. Teaching is a supporting system to get the education. When we get the education with the help of teaching we get the education. Sometimes we go for school, we get education, but many a times we do not go to school, but still we are getting an education. So education is everywhere. It is a continuous process. We learn every day, every minute, every second we are learning, and every time we are teaching to others also. But knowingly unknowingly we are teaching, knowingly unknowingly we are learning. So teaching and learning is a process. Once again I focus on exact meaning, the definition of teaching. Please remember this. Definitely one question is going to ask on this what I can say, definition. Meaning, I am telling you meaning of teaching and definition of teaching. Please remember what is mean by teaching. Different people, I am going to tell you 10 definition. Please remember the 10 definition. One question is going to ask on anyone. Friends, I am not a brilliant man. I am a very ordinary person. But when I got the idea, when I was writing different state set exam, I understood what kind of questions they were asking in the exam. That is, the question paper is very simple, question paper is very easy. That is why I passed these exams. Okay, so I'm showing you my path, I'm showing you my way, I'm showing you my experience, I'm showing you my what I can say, the things which I got benefited. Okay, please remember the first definition is yes, Swami Vivekananda. This is the, in my 50 exam, more than 38 times there is a question on Swami Vivekananda. You know, we respect Swami Vivekananda a lot. Okay, he is an ideal for all Indians. He is an idol for Indians. Swami Vivekananda ji has given a good definition on teaching. What is teaching? He is saying, please remember the exact definition of Swami Vivekananda's teaching. How the questions are going to ask? What is the definition of teaching according to Swami Vivekananda? Or which definition Swami Vivekananda has given? Or they had given a definition in the question paper. Identify who has given this definition. Okay. Please remember, teaching means the manifestation of perfection. The manifestation of perfection which is already existed in the man is called teaching. Teacher is not teaching anything. Already the student has a knowledge in his body. Student has already a knowledge in his mind. Student has already a knowledge in his entire structure. It is the duty of teacher to bring that knowledge outside. That is called a teaching. We cannot teach a student to become a doctor. Already he is a doctor. Just bring that doctor quality out of that boy. Already the boy is an engineer. To bring the engineer quality from the student. Or already the teacher is a teacher. Just bring the teacher's quality from that student. Manifestation of perfection. Manifestation means to show. There is a perfection already existed in the man. Unnecessary things we should remove it. That is the definition of teaching. Teaching means, once again I am telling you, the manifestation of perfection which is already existed in the body of child is known as teaching. Okay, good. Now the second definition given by Mahatma Gandhiji about teaching. What is teaching? Teaching is nothing but, we have a child, we have a student in front of us. The student has a different qualities. Many qualities he has. Okay. We should identify the best quality among the student and bring it out. That is called a teaching. Please remember once again, to draw or to bring out or to take out the best quality from the child is called teaching, according to Mahatma Gandhiji. If a student is good in sport, if a student is good in mathematics, if a student is good in Sangeet, if a student is good in cooking, he had qualities, different qualities. But all qualities, one quality is bigger than other quality. Okay, identify which quality he had more. That quality we should bring it outside. Okay. For example, we can tell when we pick up the cricket player, at the time we identify whether he is a speed bowler, whether he is a spinner, whether he is a batsman, whether what quality he had. Okay, a special quality we should bring from that. The first definition, Swami Vivekananda definition, the manifestation of perfection which is already existed in the man is called teaching. Now Mahatma Gandhiji, to bring the best quality from the child is known as teaching. The teacher's duty is to bring the best quality from the child, identify the strength, identify the good quality from the child. This is the duty of teacher. If teacher fails to identify the best quality from the child, then he is not a teacher. Okay. Yes. Next, the third definition. Yes, Dr. Radhakrishnan. What Radhakrishnan? We are celebrating his birthday as a Teacher's Day. Dr. Radhakrishnan, an educationist, he had given a definition. To free the child is known as teaching. We the teachers should make the children to free. There are some bandhans, there are some restriction on the child. Remove the restriction and allow the student to go ahead. This is called teaching, according to Radhakrishnan, Dr. Radhakrishnan. Again, there was another good definition on teaching. Rabindranath Tagore ji, a person who brought the Nobel Award for Indians first time, Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore ji had given a definition on teaching. What he said? Teaching means self-realization of the child, self-realization of the student, self-realization of the pupil, Self realization of the learner is called teaching. As a teacher, we should teach the student. That teaching should help the student to understand what the quality he had. Self realization is very important. When self realization comes, then only man becomes very great. Then only man becomes very happy, very self respected man becomes. If you do not identify your strength, then we will lead a very normal life. Self realization is very important. Understand the quality. Okay, what quality I had in my mind, or what quality I have in my mind. Identify yourself. Self realization, self understanding, self knowing is very important, because other fails to identify your quality, but you should understand your quality. Now I understood what. Okay, already I wrote all state set exam, I passed it, then I kept the knowledge with me, then I thought it is not useful for me. I am unable to conduct the classes because I am working as a school teacher in a school. I am not getting any kind of time. So I decided, the self realization was, oh, with the help of YouTube, I can motivate the student. With the help of YouTube, I can give the idea to the student. That is called self realization. Okay. The first thing, first definition is Swami Vivekananda. Second definition is Mahatma Gandhiji. Third definition, Dr. Radhakrishnan. Fourth definition, Rabindranath Tagore said that self-realization, teaching means self-realization, and mingle with environment, support with environment, live with environment, to care the environment is known as teaching. Now, next definition is given by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Please remember, again there was a question in Chhattisgarh set exam. What was the definition of education? What was the definition of teaching according to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar? What a good definition this great man has given. Teaching means reconstruction of society. Please remember, reconstruction. Construction means to build. Okay. Reconstruct. Reconstruct means again you can rebuild it. Again you should recreate it. Again you should do it once again. To reconstruction of the society. We are living in the society. Okay, student is a part of society, teacher is also part of society, we all are living in the society. Please remember, reconstruction of society which is based on the principle of justice and equality is very important. Reconstruction of society which is based on principle of equality and justice is known as teaching. When the teacher is explaining the content in the classroom, the student should understand it, and he should live on the principle of equality. He should live on the principle of justice. Great definition. But practically, it is impossible because we are not living in an equality way. We are, everywhere is injustice is going on. Anyhow, forget that thing. But remember the definition because it is going to ask in the exam. Next question, APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Okay, when I was in Tamil Nadu, when I wrote the Tamil Nadu set exam, I went to Rameshwar. I took the darshan of APJ Abdul Kalam sir's home. It was now heritage. I took that soil, I put on my forehead. A great man. Okay. According to the APJ Abdul Kalam sir, the definition of teaching is to support the children. To support the children's imagination is called teaching. To encourage students' imagination is called teaching. Child has a imagination is in his mind. He has a different thoughts. He has a different ideas. He has a different what I can say, vichar, imagination. As a teacher, we should help his kalpana, we should help his ideas, we should support his what I can say, his innovative ideas is known as teaching. Teaching means to support the imagination skill of child is called teaching. Okay. Once again, now recently 2020 new education policy has taken place in India, and the definition of teaching according to new educational policy 2020, to build the potential in the child is called teaching. Teaching means, please remember, this is the this is the best question which is asked recently in the Assam set exam. The definition is, teaching means to build the potential. Potential means samarthya. To build the potential in the child is called teaching. As a teacher, we should give the potential to the students, because nowadays student is going to live in the society. The society, some sort of society is good, some sort of society is bad, but the child should live in a very strong way. He should avoid the distraction, he should avoid the negative points, he should lead his life in a very potential manner. Okay, this is the definition. Again, there is a definition. Yes, now we should not forget the four definition. The person who has four persons who are very important in our teaching. His name is all as Guru, Shishya, Shishya. One is Socrates. Please, Greek philosopher Socrates. Socrates is the first moral philosopher. Moral philosopher. Moral means Naitika Tattvajnani. Moral philosopher, he has a given, what is, to search the truth. To search the truth, to find the truth and use the truth in his life is called teaching. The definition of teaching is, the teacher should help the students to find the truth or to search the truth and use that truth in his life. Satyameva Jayate. Please remember, he has given focus on truth. Again, there was a question, another definition of teaching according to Plato. Plato is the student of Socrates. Okay, Plato said that to face the life in a balanced way. Teaching means to help the students to behave in a controlled manner during good times, during bad times. Okay, what he said? To build the confidence among the child to behave constructively during positive times as well as negative times. He should not become weak when the problem comes. The student should not become more happy when he gets good things. No, balanced life is very important. The teaching means to help the students to behave in a balanced way during good times as well as bad times. This is the definition of teaching according to Plato. Now Aristotle. Aristotle is a student of Plato. Okay. Aristotle said, teaching to mind without teaching to heart is not a teaching. We have the mind, we have the heart. Please remember, mind always thinks money. Mind always is a practical. Mind is always very chalak. Mind is always very brilliant. Heart is emotional. Heart is what we can say, emotional, heart touching. Yes, feelings. Okay, this is mad. Heart is mad. Mind is intelligent. But he is saying that teaching to mind, okay, teaching to mind without teaching to heart is not a teaching. The teacher should teach the students to develop both things, brain as well as heart, is called a teaching. Suppose a child got gold medalist, he got a first rank in the class, but he is not behaving good with his student, he is not behaving good with his family members, he is a very selfish man. That is not a teaching. He should live in a very positive way. He should help others. He should have a sense. Garib lokana pahilanantar, he should get a feelings. Oh, these are poor people. He should have a sense. To develop the sense, to develop the brain, both things are very important in the teaching of Aristotle. Okay. And last definition is John Dewey. John Dewey, again, he is a modern educationist. He is saying that the external experience is going to help the students to learn the concept. Students are learning, students are getting the knowledge by doing activity. Students are getting a knowledge by getting an experience. Suppose when you go in the market, when you get an experience, then you are going to learn. Knowledge comes from external way, John Dewey is telling. But our Swami Vivekananda sir is saying that knowledge comes by our own. Knowledge is inside our body. But John Dewey is saying that no, knowledge is not in our body, knowledge is outside. By outside we are getting the knowledge. Okay, anyhow, who is good and who is wrong, that is not we are debating here. Okay, but anyhow, both are great persons, but Vivekananda is a divine person, no problem at all. Please remember the 10 definition of teaching. Okay, teaching and learning is a continuous process, and whatever we are teaching, that should help the students to construct the nation, to construct the world. He should behave in a very positive manner in the society, because the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, this is the concept of our teaching. So here I told you the concept of teaching. This is a very best concept. Please remember it. Please remember all the definition, and please remember the exact definition of each person, and surely you are going to get 2 or 4 marks. Okay, so here I want to conclude the meaning of teaching and its concept. In the next video I am going to tell you the objectives of teaching. Now I am going to conclude the meaning of teaching, meaning of education, nature of teaching. Okay, teaching and learning is a continuous process. So we learn in the school, we learn in the society, we learn through the mobile, we learn everything. So thank you so much. Whatever the problems regarding this concept, please message me. My mobile number is 7397847907. If you likes, please read my book. Already this definition I have given. It is enough to get the result. Thank you so much. Good luck.